Hey there, fellow light workers. This is Mickey, Scottsdale, Arizona, coming back to you again today because it's a heavy day. I don't know why. I always like to try to keep my messages really light and sweet. But today I'm going to have to kind of go into some of the darker, heavier stuff because I don't know. Again, that's what we're working with, right? So first of all, I wanted to bring your attention to a specific Telegram channel that has helped me out a lot, and I think they are doing amazing work. It's called Light Workers United. And if you go to Telegram and you search for that group, you could just follow it, join it. It's an open public chat. And what they do is they get online and they actually talk. So you can hear other light workers talking through their ascension. And it's really kind of neat and inspiring because you can figure out, you start to learn what you're capable of as a light worker. Now, you might be thinking, I don't think I'm a light worker. I don't even know what that is. And that's fine. You don't have to know. But I think that if you're listening to me, you obviously are someone who's here, has made a contract with your soul, some say, to help lift society, to lift humanity through this crazy time. And this is a crazy time. Let's not just sugarcoat it, guys. This is the first time in human history that we're being set free from a very dark, evil force. That's the truth. So own it, live it, love it, do whatever you got to do. But today I do need to talk a little bit about and address the attacks that people are under. And you might not even realize that you're under attack. So I definitely am seeing a lot of my light workers lose some of their strength because they have friends, family, or loved ones who are attacking them. They're either attacking their character or they're trying to break up with them. And so a lot of light workers have broken hearts right now. And so I had another visualization this morning about really what's going on. And I can see a lot of smoke up over, like it's almost as if the abyss has been opened below. And there's just nothing but smoke and fog covering, it's almost like covering the whole earth plane. And there are light workers choosing to work in all different facets. Some are above the smoke, like in the heavens, just trying to hold the light above. Others are in the smoke, trying to hold the grid, like this connection that we've all started to create among us, to create almost like a grid of light energy or consciousness around the earth. And in that grid, we are in the fog, so we can't see. We have to learn to use our light. And yes, there are attacks happening because it's dark in there. A lot of the people on this earth plane who haven't woken up to everything are holding the darker energies and they are reacting to it. They're reacting out of frustration, anger, shame, frustration that you're doing this and they don't want to. Again, you're trying to move us forward and they don't want to budge, right? So I do see a lot of light workers in that smoke. Now, if you're working in the smoke, in the fog, we're having to learn how to use our light to connect to one another. And the light moves in frequency. So everything is probably scientifically proven, even though it's been kept from us. I do feel that there's a scientific proof around this quantum field that we are developing, and it's the light workers who are developing it. So if you are a light worker and you're in the fog, what you need to do is you need to learn how to harmonize with other light workers. You need to learn how to connect through the subconscious, through the quantum field. You need to start visualizing where you're at, where they're at, and connect with them. And it could just be telling them a story. Jump on Telegram, join this group, tell them a story, work through some of your traumas, get to a point where you can hold the light. Because we have to hold the grid, we have to hold the light. This is the quantum field that we're setting up around this earth plane right now. And I do wonder if the Alliance can't move forward until we have set this up. That's why timelines might be shifting. I don't know. All I know is we're learning to harmonize together. And it's really important that we have faith in one another and that we don't cast each other aside because we have to work through a trauma. You have to stay in the light, hold the light. And that last video I made about people running through the trees, and if you see another light worker who falls down, we have to try to lift him or her up. We have to try to dust them off and get them back focused on the light. Now, another thing I'm seeing in my visualizations is some light workers are slipping into the darkness, like becoming aware that we could have been on a different path, that this earth could have been destroyed, or that most of humanity could have been destroyed. And they're really focused on that, that other outcome. And I do want to address that for a minute. Guys, there isn't a single influencer out there. There isn't a single person out there that is awake right now who has not considered what it would be like if things went the other way, or that the fact that there are two doors. So I want you to imagine there are two doors in front of you. Door number one is a new earth with 1,000 years of peace and people living through pure love energy, pure love light. And that's the new initiative. That's the new incentive, is to rise and to ascend. Or door number two is this dark, horrible planet that was pretty much thrown back another 2,000 years into this horrible, I don't know what to even call it, this horrible outcome that they planned for us, right? So some of you might need to just go through both doors to see what they look like before you can decide that you want to spend 100% of your time, your focus, your energy, your manifestation on door number one, because that's where we're going. That's where we're going. I mean, I hate to say this, guys, but we'd be gone by now. We're not gone. We're moving to the light. So get in line, get in harmony, get on the grid, get into the God consciousness, get into whatever you call it, whatever you want to call it. We need to get in the rhythm of each other. And that might be words, that might be harmony, that might be song, but we need to start speaking the same language. And the thing is, as light workers, we come from every angle. We've literally come from every walk of life. Some are coming from massive traumas, and we have to honor each other. We have to learn to trust that we can lift each other up, that we can dust each other off, and that we can find the light. And otherwise you wouldn't be searching for it. If you're searching for it, you're on the right track and you will find it. It doesn't matter how long it takes. You will find it. If you have to unravel a bunch of stuff in your life, that's fine. Unravel. You will find the harmony. You will find the grid. So, and you're probably working on this when you sleep too. Guys, this isn't our first rodeo. History repeats itself. We've been here before. You know what to do. Find the light. If you have to go through both doors, go through both doors in order to get on board and find the light. You know, keep lifting each other up. Be patient, be calm. This is not a time for egos. This is not a time to battle with each other. This is not who the battle is with. It's a spiritual war. Okay, so don't battle with each other. It doesn't make any sense. I can't tell you how many influencers I've kind of smacked around a little bit and said, guys, knock it off. We need to hold the light. We need to hold the light now. Stay focused. One of the analogies that I've used is if you take 100 red ants and 100 black ants and you put them in a jar together, they'll just crawl all over each other. They have no problem. They're not racist. They'll just crawl all over each other. But if you shake that jar, they'll fight each other until one faction is dead. And no one ever stops to ask who shook the jar. Instead, they're busy fighting each other. So don't be like that. We need to know the true enemy. The true enemy is the darkness, the fog. And if you close your eyes and you trust your instinct and you start using your light, we are multidimensional beings. If you start using your high chakras and you start to trust the energy field that you have around you and your Taurus around you, you just keep feeding it positive energy, positive thoughts, positive beliefs. If you just stay in that zone, stay in that frequency, you will connect with many other light workers. You will feel stronger in numbers and you will realize we are so dang close, you guys. We are so close. Hold the light, push yourself through some of the fear. You know, if you have to go into other people's fear, go in other people's fear in order to lift them up. But the intention should be to connect, to harmonize, to find the light. And like I said, there are support groups out there for you. So please find your support group, find your support team. You are not alone. You're not alone ever. Not in this universe, not here, not now, not in the next incarnation, not ever. You're not alone. So find each other, trust each other, and hold that line, Patriots. We've got this. All right. Peace, love, harmony, always coming at you from Scottsdale, Arizona. Talk soon.